welcome back to my channel. We are back. I know I look a little extra today, a little cozy. Ooh, wouldn't this be like a good like guys? I was like, okay, let's be extravagant today. Let me get cute for you guys since I have been gone for an entire month. I know, but it's December 1st. We are back and I'm going to try to post as much as I can this month because 2025 is ending. This is our last month of 2025 and I decided why not give you guys some of the best advice no one ever gave me when I was entering high school. So let's get right into this video. Before we start with the video though, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and also follow me on all my social media platforms. This next year is going to be so amazing. So many fun things are going to happen and I can't stop documenting it. I need to look back in all these videos, my teenage years, and just reminisce and get nostalgic maybe when I'm 25. But yeah guys, let's begin with today's video so I can give you guys the best advice. I took off my jacket because I did feel like it was a little bit distracting. What I do want to start off with is when you enter high school, your freshman year, it's going to be so intimidating in the beginning. You might feel scared and not really know where you're going, how high school is really going to be. I can't talk about other people's experiences. I can only talk about mine, but this is very common when you are in high school. High school is nothing like the movies. You might watch movies and think this is exactly how high school is going to be. One of the best advice I am going to ever give you is to not be so desperate to have that many friends. I did actually end up having a really big friend group, but it wasn't the best experience ever. We were all so different and I feel like a lot of us were basically in a forced friendship because we all wanted just to have a huge group of friends, post each other on social media, and we felt that pressure. Especially me, I went into high school saying I need to have a huge group of friends, and I can't say this enough, quality over quantity. These people are probably not going to end up being your friends long term. If they are and it's a positive friend group, good. But if it's not and you are just stuck in that negativity, then get out of it. Don't force friendships. I feel like a lot of my friendships have been forced. I depended a lot on my friends. I didn't want to walk to class alone. I didn't want to do my own things. I did lose myself. I stopped doing things I loved. And obviously, I still talk to some people from high school. And some of those same friends, we still like comment on each other's posts, but we are no longer friends. If your friends are good to you and you feel like your friend group is a very positive environment for you, that is literally so amazing for you. But normally, when it is a large group of friends, there is conflict. You guys are going to talk bad about each other, and it's normal. It happens. You are not going to agree with every single thing your friends do, and I am still learning to this day. I am giving you this advice from things and mistakes I have made, but I am still 18. I'm still a teenager. I'm still learning, making mistakes. I don't regret anything because from those experiences I learned so much. Make sure you are careful with who you are friends with, and if they are being a bad influence in your life, just cut them off. It's going to be hard. It might even hurt, but talking about friends, mistakes I made with a bunch of my friends from high school, which if they are watching this video, you guys know I wasn't the best communicator in telling my friends how I really felt in situations. I kind of put it aside and let it bother me for so long that it ended up being such a huge conflict at the end. But I know that if I communicated my feelings and I was very honest with my friends since the start, all that could have been avoided. So make sure that when you're having friends and you have issues with your friends, instead of talking bad about them, you go up to them and just be honest. If your friends get mad and it ends up turning into a huge conflict, just make sure to be like, I apologize. This is my opinion. A real friend won't get mad at you for communicating things with them. I feel like my communication skills when I was 14 years old weren't the best. Communication is key in every single relationship you have, not only with your friends. I'm talking about romantic relationships, relationship with your parents, and even the relationship you have with yourself. Honesty and communication is key to keep things healthy. That was the best advice I could give you about friendship. By the way, all these topics, I'm just talking about high school in general and mistakes I have made. But if you guys do want an in-depth video of each topic I covered today, just let me know in the comments. Another important thing is you are going to have crushes, you might have girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever is watching this video. It's going to happen in high school. It's so normal, but you cannot, I repeat, you cannot let that be your main focus. Listen, normally all those relationships from high school, you guys are not going to be together for the rest of your life. It could happen, okay, but it's very rare. Do not forget about your friends and just leave them to a side. I personally have never done this to my friends because I loved my friends more than any of my crushes, but it did happen to me where some friends forgot about me. But please don't let boys be your main focus, and don't let them ruin your self-esteem. If you feel like someone, not only boys but your friends, are making you feel insecure, pointing out every small insecurity you have, they shouldn't really be part of your life if they are going to treat you like that. Please treat people with kindness. Listen, it happens. In high school, you get so obsessive with your crushes. It still happens to me sometimes, even at 18. It's normal. I've seen so many people lose their whole entire lives in a relationship, and it ends up being worthless. Talking about crushes and guys, don't let anyone pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. It is okay to say no, and if that person cannot understand what no means, get them out your life, because you could lose yourself and it could take a toll in your mental health. And mental health is super important, especially when you're young. All your emotions are all over the place. I used to go to school every single day and literally be so nervous. Nothing was even going on in school, but I was so nervous. Me personally, I didn't have a good high school experience. I feel like my high school experience could have gone a little bit better. I didn't like school. Take my advice. Do not please anyone. If you know something is wrong, just say it's wrong and go ahead your way. Talking about high school, your grades, your schoolwork, please make sure you are trying your best. Okay, I know a lot of times your friends might not be doing their work and you're like, I don't have to do my homework. But please just try your best. You're there to learn. That's what school is for. If you are in a class that you don't really like, which it's normally electives where you don't like, or you see another class and you want to do it, but all your friends are in the other class, go to the class that you are actually interested in, because that is going to actually motivate you to keep doing your work. I missed out on so much, and it's so important for you to have your own hobbies, and high school is the place to make mistakes. You learn, you see what you're actually interested in. Pressure is always on. You always want to have the best grades, but relax. Make sure you're doing something that you actually like. Just ask questions. I know a lot of times I put off a lot of work for high school. I put off the work. I was like, I don't need to do this. I was stressing myself out in the end because I wanted to fix my grade and I had a bunch of work, and that just gave me a lot of stress and anxiety. So make sure you are actually doing your work when they ask you to, because if not, in the end, you are going to be stressed out. I wish someone told me this. Another piece of advice I am going to give you guys, it depends. Maybe when you are 16, I recommend getting a job. My first job was when I was around 16, and it was so much fun. I met so many new people. By the time I'm 18, I actually was able to get a good job. And I feel like when you're young, you have those experiences, like just get a job. Even if it is for fun, you go once a week, you get to buy your own things, you don't depend on your parents to get you everything. That is one of my biggest blessings was being able to find a job. Of course, the money is good. You get paid, you get to buy clothes. The experiences are so good, and then you get to build up your resume, so then by the time you are 18, 19, you might secure a really good job. Lastly, but not least, the most important thing is finding yourself and being confident in the person that you are and the things that you want. I was a very insecure 14-year-old. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I'm like too insecure. But I let my insecurities take over me. It is so important to be confident, believe in yourself, because you can do it. You're afraid your friends are going to make fun of you, and they might. Look, in the long run, it does work out, and you tried it, and you should be proud of yourself and the person you are. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, that you might be too short, too skinny, your nose might be too big, your lips might be too small. Be confident in the person that you are. Only validation that you need is your own. I can make a whole entire video talking about finding yourself. When I decided to believe in myself, I achieved so many things. I won a pageant. I went to New York Fashion Week. I reached 700 subscribers in my YouTube channel, which that is so much. What more? A bunch of things. And that is because I believed in my potential and that I could truly achieve anything that I wanted in this life. The way that I was able to achieve all this at such a young age is incredible. So just imagine the things that you would be able to achieve if you just believe in yourself and you stop letting self-doubt take over you. It's going to be hard. It's something so powerful, because after you feel this way, there's no one that would be able to hold you back. So please really focus on your relationship with yourself, because it's the most important relationship you are ever going to have. These are such important things to take into consideration when you're entering high school. Trust me, it might even seem so small, so little, but it makes such a huge difference. I wish someone would have told me when I was 14, like, Nahia, do this, like, focus on yourself, focus on this. It doesn't matter. I know I am 18. I can't wait to make this video in a few years and be like, okay, you did this, that wrong. You could have done it a different way. And it's not even wrong, because mistakes happen. You have to make mistakes. You cannot be perfect. It's so important to go through life, make mistakes, and learn each time, and just get right back up. Even when it feels so hard and you feel like life is over, just get back up, because I promise you are okay. Take my story as motivation. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it so much. I will see you guys next week. Bye.